Lamine Yamal, star right winger for Barcelona. His card prices are way too high considering his on-field accomplishments, which are impressive. And considering the unique quantity of rookie card options available on the Lamine Yamal card buffet, and considering how many times Panini has hit the print button on those unique options. If I told you there was over 1,000 Lamine Yamal unique, different rookie cards to choose from, would you believe me? Well, there are. That's what this video is about. We're going to compare Lamine Yamal card prices and the history of his card prices to some other really great prospects, not just in soccer. We're going to compare him to Haaland, Mbappe, and Neymar, but we're also going to compare Lamine Yamal to similar type prospects in the basketball world. Luka Doncic, back when he was a rookie in 2018, as well as Victor Wembanyama just a couple of years ago when he was a rookie. I think the results are going to be a little bit shocking. It may be this video is just a word of caution to people buying into this heavy bull market on Lamine Yamal cards. Enjoy the video, guys. It's not a hate piece. Lamine Yamal is special. I just want everybody to be really careful and understand the numbers that are out there behind Lamine Yamal, his on-field accomplishments, and the card prices that accompany those accomplishments. Enjoy.
See why Card Ladder is the industry leader in sports card data. We know what you want because Card Ladder was created by collectors for collectors. Card Ladder. Join the innovators, not the imitators.
All right, here we go. Let's talk about Yamal. He is an incredible winger for Barcelona, certainly conservatively one of the 5 best teams, club teams on earth. He plays for Spain. Conservatively, one of the 10 best international soccer teams on earth. He is a baby. He is still 17 years old. I want to get that out of the way now. We're going to compare his first 100 games at Barcelona to Mbappe's first 100 games, not at Monaco, because that's, we're going to compare him to his first 100 games at PSG. And this is not going to be perfect red apples to red apples. Some of it's going to be red apples to green apples. You're going to have to work with me here. And yes, I do understand he's 17. And these first 100 games for Neymar, Mbappe, and Haaland, they may not have been 17. So always keep that, at top of mind. But I want to issue a little bit of caution. People tend to think that because a player is doing certain things at a young age, his numbers, his statistics, his on-field performance is necessarily going to drastically change over the next 3, 4, 5 years at age 19, 20, 21, 22. It does not always work out that way. It's not always the case. In fact, teams start to game plan differently. Teams start to man mark certain players. And I know you can only do so much with a wing, but you get my point. They start to defend players differently with analytics, with hyper-technical video footage, and an overabundance of game planning and strategy, and just like, really honestly, it's video surveillance. People tend to understand and figure out players' tendencies as they get older. So it's not a foregone conclusion that Yamal at age 19 is going to be better than Yamal at 18, or Yamal at 22 is going to be better than Yamal at 19. It doesn't necessarily work out that way. One would think as he gets bigger and stronger, and I've already seen a noticeable difference in his size and strength just over maybe the 2 years that I've been watching the kid. One would likely conclude he will become a better player, a more talented, a more physically, capable football player, soccer player, if you're watching in America, over the course of his career up until he reaches his prime. And then, of course, we know Father Time is undefeated, but we're a long way from talking about Father Time in the same sentence as Yamal. So what are we going to do today? Well, I'm going to screen share here. I've just used the help of ChatGPT to gather some information. First, let's start with, and again, it's not apples to apples. It's not perfect, but let's compare Yamal's first 100 games to Erling Haaland's first 100 games when he was at Borussia Dortmund. Now, here's the problem. Erling Haaland's going to be a little bit older than Lamine Yamal's first 100 at Barcelona, of course. And the other thing is, Erling Haaland only needed 89 games to get the hell out of there and head to Man City. And so we're comparing Lamine Yamal's first 100 to Erling Haaland's first 89 games. The minutes are very, very similar. Yamal actually played fewer minutes in his 89 games than Erling Haaland did in his 89 games at Dortmund. But the goal disparity is absolutely astonishing and staggering. And again, they play different positions. Erling Haaland is a true 9. He's clearly a striker. Yamal is a winger, a very creative winger. Like a lot of people, want to hyper focus on. Well, this is what the Yamal collectors in the sports card hobby are saying. Well, he doesn't necessarily score the goals, but he creates them all. He creates mismatches. He tilts the field. His gravity is so substantial that he can, alter the defense, which opens up goal scoring opportunities for teammates that can or cannot be quantified all the time. But if we look at just pure goals, obviously Haaland playing that striker position, 86 goals in 89 games is pretty much unparalleled for your first 100 games or first 89 games at a club. Yamal only 22 goals in 100 appearances. Yamal 27 assists in 100 appearances. Haaland had 23 assists in 89 appearances. So he's averaging more assists per game than Yamal was from the striker position. So you can't have it both ways. Goals contributed to goals per 90. Yamal is 0.289. Haaland is, it says over 1, but that doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's per 90 minutes. So Erling Haaland is over a goal every 90 minutes he plays. Yamal is 0.28 assists. Yamal is 0.35. Haaland is 0.287, right? Because even though Haaland would have more assists in 100 games, he played more minutes as well. Goals plus assists per 90 minutes, Haaland is more than double. So he is doubling the production of Yamal. Again, a little bit older. Again, playing a striker. Again, playing in Bundesliga. But is Bundesliga a better league top to bottom than La Liga? I don't know. I'll leave that to you guys in the comments. I'm relatively familiar with both leagues. I would say both are certainly considered top 5 leagues in the world, top to bottom. I feel like La Liga might be a little bit more top heavy. Of course, what am I saying? The Bundesliga is pretty damn top heavy as well. But anyway, the age at his 100th, at the conclusion of his 100th game, Yamal was almost 18 years old. What did I have highlighted down here? Here we go. So pure scoring, this is again with the help of ChatGPT. Haaland's goal rate is off the charts. He's more than doubles Yamal at the same age band, which is expected given that he's a 9 versus a right winger. That's what we talked about. Yamal hit 100 games at Barca before turning 18. Now here's something Yamal's done at Barca or at Barcelona that Haaland did not get a chance to do, and that is play in a UEFA Champions League semifinal. Obviously, he's been on a big stage, right? Haaland didn't get on that stage until he went to Man City. But when he went to Man City, he did things that Yamal's never going to do. As long as Yamal's alive, he'll never replicate a season from a goal-scoring perspective like Haaland did. Haaland rewrote the record books for scoring goals in the Premier League and shattered the all-time single-season goal-scored record in his first season with Man City. So Haaland had to wait to get on the biggest of the big stage on the biggest and baddest team in the world, which was Man City at the time. They were a juggernaut. They were a machine. Yamal's on that juggernaut machine from day one. What about Neymar? Gosh, the Neymar feels like the hobby's forgotten just how good he was. Obviously, his career didn't wind down the way we expected. I feel like we didn't get to see all of the Neymar that we wanted to. But let's compare Neymar's first 100 games for Barcelona to Yamal's first 100 games from Barcelona. And it's not going to be quite the disparity, but it's better than Yamal. Neymar outperformed Yamal. Neymar had 58 goals. That's more than double the number of goals that Yamal has. And then on this one, for some reason, ChatGPT spit out that Yamal has 33 assists, not 27. I'm not sure why the disparity there, but and then Neymar was just behind him with 26 assists, but more than double the goals, almost triple the goals, to be quite honest with you. The distinction between the two is Neymar was a significantly better scorer, and again, he was a winger, so we are comparing position to position. And then Lamine Yamal picked up several trophies, right? He's got 3 major trophies that Neymar didn't get in his first 100 games, as far as I know. Somebody double-check me on that, fact-check me on that, but I think that Yamal is a little bit ahead of Neymar as far as like team accomplishments. But again, I mean, we're not here to compare teams, right? We're not here to compare Yamal's 2025 Barcelona squad to Neymar and his squad back, when he was playing in his first 100 games. We're comparing the players and their contributions on the field. Yamal is younger, plays a more wide creative role, seems more focused on creating chances than being the primary goal scorer. Neymar joined Barcelona when he was 21, so he was older, and that this does matter, and I want to keep reiterating this. I am not perfectly comparing apples to apples. So Yamal's stats are at a much younger age, level of physical and tactical maturity. We don't need a summary. I just gave it to you. Neymar's actual numbers, production on the field are significantly better. And at some point, at the end of all this, when all this stuff is said and done, on the field production is what's going to rule the day. Now, the manner of play style also matters, but is Yamal more exciting than Neymar? Yamal is probably the most exciting player in the world for me to watch right now on a soccer field, but is he more exciting than Neymar? I don't think anybody's got a better YouTube highlight clip. Maybe Ronaldinho than Neymar. Maybe JJ Okocha or somebody like that. But Neymar is pretty out of this world, otherworldly as far as his YouTube highlights and his swag and his style and his manner of play. But Yamal's in the conversation, and obviously we got to give Yamal more time to build up a little bit bigger, deeper highlight reel over the years. I mean, this kid's got, 15 more years of prime, so it's going to be interesting. What about Mbappe? And this is where it just gets vicious, right? We're comparing Mbappe's first 100 games at PSG to Yamal's first 100 games at Barcelona. And you're talking about 70 goals for Mbappe and 35 assists. So 3x the goals and more assists from that striker position for PSG than Lamine Yamal had, 22 goals, and now we're saying 33 assists officially, I guess, in his 100 games. So you're talking about 105 goal contributions to 55 goal contributions. This is not just a little bit better. This is double. This is double the production. And last time I checked, Mbappe was a pretty, exhilarating, enjoyable player to watch as well. But right now, Yamal is the hobby darling. But what does all this mean? Well, it means that, Yamal's looking up at some of these guys that have come before him and been the darling of the hobby during their up and coming, first 100, first 200 games, right? And so Mbappe, again, Mbappe dwarfs Yamal beyond what Haaland does and certainly beyond what Neymar does. But let's tie it all together, right? What are we talking about here? What do we want to talk about? Well, we want to talk about their cards. And I guess what I'm getting at is that I would caution all of you folks that are in the hobby that are buying into this Yamal rookie bonanza in the middle of an unprecedented bull market. Yes, an unprecedented bull market. This is different than buying into soccer cards, even during the first hype session that we saw in 2020, 2021, or whenever it was. This is a whole nother level of bull market right now. I want to caution you guys with a couple of numbers. And here's the thing that scares me the most. The number of Lamine Yamal unique rookie cards. What does that mean? That means different rookie cards for Lamine Yamal. There is no question. He's got 3 years of cards, 2023, 2024, 2025. His 2023 cards are his rookie. That's his rookie year, right? We know that. There's no argument that it's 2024. There are no 2022 cards. 2023 is Yamal's rookie year. He has got, check this out. I'm going to highlight it for you. 1,080. Where am I? There it is right there. There's Lamine Yamal, 2023 cards. So even if you considered every single card made in 2023 his rookie card, that's fine if you do. We can argue about that all you want. There are 1,080 different cards if you include parallels, like different products, right? Blue, green, whatever, purple, Jolly Rancher, red refractor, whatever. 1,080 different options on the Lamine Yamal rookie card buffet. Okay, so we've already talked about Lamine Yamal's performance, right, during the first 100 games. It does not compare to the other three players we named, Haaland, Neymar, and Mbappe. But not only that, let's look at the quantity of cards on the Lamine Yamal rookie buffet that we can choose from. And again, I'm not here to say rookie card or bust, right? There's more to it. But, there could be 2024 kabooms or 2024, landmarks or whatever the hell you want to call it, right? Case hits, right? Let's just call them case hits, right? There's other reasons to buy cards of players. You don't just buy their rookie cards. But if we're just comparing their rookie cards, the disparity between Yamal options and Yamal total print run of those options is going to dwarf the other players, and it's going to get vicious. And let me just show you, because the next person we look up is going to be Erling Haaland, and we're going to look up his rookie year, which is 2019. And in that year, there are 145 unique Erling Haaland rookie cards / stickers from the 2019 year. And so you're talking about 7x. Remember, Yamal, 1,080, Haaland, 145. What about Kylian Mbappe? Well, Kylian Mbappe, I have got 2 years worth, because I think many people would say his rookie year card sticker, whatever, is 2017. There are 61 unique options for rookie sticker cards in 2017 for Mbappe. But if you wanted to get wild and you wanted to say, you know what, I think his 2018 Prism World Cup is his rookie year. We know 2017 Topps Chrome is amazing, but what if we wanted to say, well, 2018, Prism World Cup also counts as his rookie? You know how it is in the soccer market. People are trying to find a million reasons why this is his rookie or this is. And let's just say we include 2018 for Mbappe. Well, there's another 178. So when you combine 178 and 61, you come up for Mbappe, you come up with a combined 239. For Neymar, he has 3 cards from his rookie year. And his rookie year is 2009-10. And that 2009, I think it's 2009-10. And it was from a product called Abril Goal. And it was card number 153, card number 154, card number 155. Those are the Neymar rookies. There are 3 options for Neymar rookie cards, and they do sell for big money because of that, right? The number of options of rookie cards available for Neymar is drastically different. Again, I am not trying to get hyper-technical here. I am not an expert on the soccer card market. I do need your comments to help make sure we're comparing apples to... At least let's compare fruit to fruit. So if I'm missing something on Neymar and somebody wants to argue, his rookie year is 2011 or 2012 or something like that, go for it. Whatever. Add them in. It's still going to be a drastic disparity. What do we know about the card market right now? Not just the soccer card market, not just the basketball card market, baseball, football, soccer, everything. They are hitting the print button like never, ever, ever before. Not only are there 1,080 Yamal rookie options to choose from, they're printing more of those options than they were for Neymar, Mbappe, and Haaland back when they were rookies. So it's the law of diminishing returns, right? Not only is he being outpaced from a statistical standpoint by these players, and again, you can make whatever excuse you want about how brilliant Yamal is, and he is brilliant. He is fantastic. But guess what? Haaland, Mbappe, and Neymar are historical as well. And so, when we let's just say, if we think that Yamal is a little bit behind those guys, or a lot behind them, depending on your opinion, as far as statistical production, when we get to the card part, this is where the disparity becomes vast. And it's not just the buffet. 1,080 Yamal rookie cards, 145 Haaland rookie cards. That's 7.5 times as many rookie card choices for Yamal. What about Yamal versus Mbappe? 17.7 times as many rookie card options for Yamal as Mbappe, right? And what does this mean? This means that we're funneling the money for this is just rookie cards. It's not kabooms, it's not case hits, it's not second, third, fourth, fifth year, etc. What about Yamal versus Mbappe 2017, 2018? Combined, still 4.5x. There's still 4.5 times as many, even if you want to say 2018 is Mbappe's rookie year also. If you want to combine the 2 years, there's still 4.5 times as many unique Lamine Yamal 2023 cards as Mbappe from both 17 and 18 combined. And then he has 360 times as many rookie card options as Neymar, if you conclude that Neymar has 3 true rookie cards from 2010 when he was playing, I think, in Santos in Brazil. So that's really, really, really scary stuff. Now, what about the index? Let's look at some macro data, right? I've got in card ladder under player indexes. I've pulled the 4 players that we're talking about today. And look, I could have included other players in here. I could have pulled Messi and Ronaldo in here, but it would have been just more egregious, right? We know this. It actually might not have been as egregious because I know Yamal's off to a very hot start, and it's really, it's a different era, it's a different product, it's a different, the soccer card quantities would be different. I was trying to kind of pick guys that were from the relatively modern soccer era, and when you talk about Messi and Ronaldo, you're going way the hell back. So we'd be talking mega cracks, and that's where you lose me, right? But Lamine Yamal cards over the last 2 years, this is the cards that are included in the card ladder database. You're talking about an up 32.08%. Again, this is only 29 Lamine Yamal cards, and a lot of those cards are going to be kabooms and second years and third years and weird stuff like that, but up 32%. Neymar, believe it or not, shocking to me, he's only got 25 cards in his card ladder index, but they're up 18%. Mbappe is down 23%. So if you look at the disparity between Mbappe, who's got a much more robust index than Lamine Yamal, you're talking about a 50% disparity. Lamine Yamal up 32%, Mbappe down 23%. That's a 55% disparity between the direction those 2 players' cards are going. And then you've got your guy Erling Haaland right here, who's looking to have a bounce back year, but Man City is not off to a great start, down 62% over the last 2 years. So my word to the wise, my word of caution out there to you Lamine Yamal collectors. And again, I'm going to pull a little bit of experience over from the Luka Doncic basketball card market. Luka Doncic did everything and then some compared to what Lamine Yamal has done. Now, from a team success standpoint, you've got your argument. That's great. But Luka Doncic was also a baby when he came into the toughest basketball league in the world, the best basketball league in the world. La Liga is not the best soccer league in the world. It's just not. Doncic came into the best basketball league in the world and was all NBA 5 years in a row. This would be like Lamine Yamal being, one of the 11 best in La Liga 5 years in a row. Is he going to do that? Maybe. He might do that, right? But it's La Liga, not the NBA. Luka Doncic came in and his prices shot to the moon. And they printed the hell out of 2018 Prism. Less than 2019, less than 2020, less than 20. So you get my point. They're only printing more now than they were. Lamine Yamal's rookie is 2023. Luka Doncic's rookie was 2018. You don't think they're printing more Lamine Yamal cards than they did Luka Doncic? We saw Luka Doncic prices, and I should probably pull up Luka Doncic to be quite honest with you. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. But I'll show you the chart. But we'll show you. Well, let me just pull up the chart, because what the problem is, we don't have a 5-year plan or a 7 years worth of data here for Lamine Yamal like we do for Luka Doncic. So what I want to show you is that Luka Doncic is a better respective player in his sport, basketball, than Lamine Yamal is in his sport, which is obviously soccer. So watch this. I'm going to pull up Doncic. I'm going to click his index, and then I'm in card ladder for doing all this stuff, right? Luka Doncic cards over the last year down 34%. But what I want to show you is the all-time, and I want to show you what happened in the Luka Doncic world, because it's going to happen in the Lamine Yamal world. Here's what happened, right? Luka Doncic cards came out, and again, we got COVID and all that stuff there, but that bull market in 2021, you could certainly compare it to the bull market that we're in right now in 2025. But look at Luka Doncic's prices from about 2019, where they're at right here. And this, again, is just his index and card ladder, but you're talking about 732 cards. You're talking about a very robust, large index of options of Luka Doncic cards, low-end base stuff to really crazy high-end stuff. Look at what his cards did, which is what we're seeing with Lamine Yamal right now, all the way up until 2021. And again, I know this coincides with COVID, so this is going to be a little tricky, but that's kind of my point. It's coinciding for Lamine Yamal with a 2025 COVID, right? The 2025 bull market. Luka Doncic cards got to this peak up here where his index was, what, a little over, it was 10,615, and then it trickled. I don't want to say trickled. It crashed all the way down here to where it's about 4,000. So Luka Doncic, over the last 4 years has been nothing but a bloodbath. He's only recently started to recover, and there you go. Over the last 6 months, look what Luka Doncic is coming. This is going to be the life cycle of Lamine Yamal and his cards, right? Not just his rookie cards, his cards, because these indexes don't measure just rookie cards. They measure cards. We talked about rookie cards and the buffet and the number to choose from and how many were printed and all that type of stuff. This is comparing apples to apples, even though I'm comparing basketball to soccer. And I think it's even more pronounced because I really believe Luka Doncic is a better basketball player than Lamine Yamal is a soccer player. And I want to be very clear. Lamine Yamal is elite amongst elite, and he is a baby, but so was Luka Doncic. And Luka Doncic made 5 straight All-NBA teams. The difference is, and I know y'all are screaming at the screen, you Barcelona fans, you Yamal collectors, that you're buying into this bull market. You're screaming, but Champions League, but winning the league, but best player on the best team in the world, but this, and there's all sorts of reasons that you can explain. But the fact of the matter is, when a player's cards go up too much, too fast, and there's too many printed, there will be a reckoning. There will be a reckoning. We saw it with Luka Doncic. I could go through 15 other basketball players where it happened. We can pull up Erling Haaland and do the exact same thing. Watch this. Here's what happened. You will see a very similar chart on Erling Haaland. There's your 6 months. He's still down, by the way. Here's the all-time Erling Haaland. What do you think happened? Well, his cards came out, his rookie cards, and all the other cards went all the way up to here at 4,000, and then they have come all the way back down from 4,000 to 377. That's a 60% drop. Okay, so again, we saw it with Haaland. What about Mbappe? Surely it didn't happen to Mbappe, right? Mbappe, these are the people, right, that are outperforming or that have outperformed Yamal in his first 100 games. Well, what do you know? It's the exact same chart. Mbappe was here. Mbappe came all the way down from a 40,000 high index to 8,000. That's a 75% drop. If you guys think that for some reason Lamine Yamal is going to be immune to this, I am not really sure what I can do to save you from your fate. My point is, I'm not saying sell all your Yamal cards. I'm not saying don't buy Yamal cards. I'm just saying be vigilant and be aware that, I'm sorry, I'm not screen sharing. That probably would have helped. Here's the Yamal graph, right? Here's the Yamal graph all time. We're here. The Yamal graph is all the way up to here. So we're at peak Yamal. Let me just show you what I showed you for Haaland. There's your Kylian Mbappe, right? Mbappe peaked, Mbappe came down. Here is your Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland peaked way up here. Erling Haaland came way down. Let me show you the Luka Doncic, which I'm not sure if I was screen sharing. Luka Doncic peaked. Luka Doncic came all the way down. For you to think that this is not going to happen to Lamine Yamal, that he's somehow different from these other players who have outperformed him and or are or were better prospects and proven players, I just think you're very naive. I think it's going to happen. I think it's coming. I've tried to tell very good friends of mine who are some of the biggest Lamine Yamal collectors in the world, this is not going to end well. I'm not saying sell everything, but maybe I am. I don't know. Again, I don't own any Lamine Yamal cards. I do own a couple of Haaland cards. I own very few Mbappe cards, I think, because I've got them as part of a set that I'm collecting. I don't own any Luka Doncic cards, and I own 0 Neymar cards. So actually, I own 1 autographed Neymar card because I collect the 2014 Prism World Cup set. Well, no, 2, because I collect the regular base set 2014. So I own two Neymar cards and a couple of Haaland rookie cards. Let me know what you think. I want to know what you guys think. If you are a big Yamal fanboy, come on in here and tell me why I'm crazy and why he's different and why Lamine Yamal cards are going to be insulated from the correction that is impending for a player with over 1,000 unique rookie cards that were printed in larger quantities than all of these other players who outperformed him in their first 100 games. Again, I could have chosen any number of players. I do think this. I want to basically end the video on this because I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy. I don't know everything about the soccer card market. I certainly don't. I have only maybe 5 years ago recently began in the soccer card market. I've got a pretty sizable, nice soccer card collection. I really do try to stick to my lane. I've never even considered buying a Lamine Yamal card. The same reason I never considered buying a Zion or a John Morant or a Victor Wembanyama card, right? I think Victor Wembanyama is going to be a better prospect than Lamine Yamal. He's going to be one of the greatest players that ever lived in the sport of basketball, my sport. I'm never going to buy one of his cards. Is it because I think Victor Wembanyama is going to be a failure? No, I think he's going to be wildly successful and one of the greatest to ever do it. But his price point when he came out was just too extreme. In fact, let's go back here real quick. I want to pull up Victor Wembanyama. And I bet we are starting, I might look like an idiot here. Let's see what his index looks like. There you go. So there's where Victor Wembanyama started, and he's down 80%. Since he came out. Is Victor Wembanyama as good of a prospect as Yamal? Even the most preposterously optimistic Lamine Yamal fanboy has to admit that Victor Wembanyama, if you know anything about basketball, is pretty special as far as being a prospect, and that's what his index looks like. Lamine Yamal has not seen his worst days. He hasn't fought through it yet. Just like Jordan had to get through the Pistons to win the championships, Lamine Yamal is going to have to get through this bubble and get through this bull market before we really know what his cards are worth, because they're not worth what they're selling for right now. They're just not. They're not going to be in 6 months. They're not going to be in 12 months. And I know that people think that the World Cup is going to prop up soccer card prices. It might for some players. But you are really taking a massive risk that Spain is going to push deep into the World Cup, and Lamine Yamal is going to be the primary reason that happens. He needs 3 bicycle kicks for a hat trick in the World Cup final to support the prices that his cards are at right now. So that being said, I think Lamine Yamal is a can't miss. I think he is going to be one of the greatest right wingers of the next 10 to 15 years and probably one of the historical greats. But guess what? So was Neymar. So were these other guys. And they went through the ups and the downs, and the worst of the card prices for Lamine Yamal are staring around the corner, peeking around the corner, waiting like the Grim Reaper to snatch some of you cats who are buying heavily into this market. It's too much, too fast, too soon, too many printed, too many parallels, too many options, too much print button for Panini. And I think that there's going to be a reckoning coming in the near future. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I can't wait to look forward to them. Just keep it clean, keep it classy so I don't have to delete your comment. If you disagree with me, absolutely, I welcome your opinion. But just substantiate it with a reason. Tell me why Lamine Yamal is better than Doncic, why he's better than Victor Wembanyama. Tell me that Lamine Yamal has fewer cards printed and fewer card options than those other players, Haaland, Mbappe, Neymar, Doncic, and Wembanyama. And if you can tell me that he's got significantly fewer cards printed, that's great. Prove it to me. But it doesn't look that way from what I've looked at on Beckett and on TCDB. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video, generally speaking. And again, I could have picked some other prospects that are out there from the world of soccer, but Lamine Yamal is special, man. He is clearly a very, very, very exciting player to watch and a very good player. It's just a matter of it's right now it's right place, right time, but at some point it's going to be wrong place, wrong time, wrong number of cards printed. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. And peace.